Have you ever wondered if within you there is a hidden current of immense power, an invisible river of energy that silently flows through your body, shaping every thought, every feeling, and every outcome in your life? This force is not a fantasy. It is not just your breath or your heartbeat. It is something far greater, something ancient cultures knew well, but we, in the modern world, have almost forgotten. It has been called by many names: prana, chi, ether, the vital force. But no label can truly capture what it is. What matters is this. This energy is the very essence of life itself, the bridge between your body, your mind, and your spirit. Imagine it for a moment. Every emotion you feel, every flash of inspiration, every drop of vitality that allows you to get up in the morning and keep moving. Behind it all is this subtle, powerful current. Most people never learn to sense it. They drift like leaves blown by the winds of circumstance. But those who awaken to it, those who learn to harness and direct it, begin to realize something profound. We are not prisoners of reality. We are the architects of it. This is the journey we are about to take together. Not a theoretical discussion, not abstract philosophy, but a set of living practices that can awaken you to the creative power already inside you. The Etheric Compass is not about empty inspiration. It is about pointing you toward the hidden map within, the compass that has always been there waiting for you to use it. Energy has always been the foundation of mystical traditions across the world. In ancient India, sages spoke of prana, the life breath that flows through subtle channels in the body. In China, masters of Qigong refined their entire existence around qi, describing it as the breath of the universe itself, the silent rhythm that keeps body, mind, and cosmos in harmony. In the West, Hermetic teachers and occultists spoke of a magnetic fluid, a subtle substance shaped by thought and intention capable of transforming reality itself. Different cultures, different languages, but all pointing to the same truth. You are more than flesh and bone. You are a living conduit of cosmic energy. The great challenge, however, is this. How do you take something invisible and learn to use it? How do you transform an idea into an experience so real that it changes your body, your emotions, even the circumstances around you? This is where the ancient path of energy control begins. Not control in the sense of force or domination, but alignment. To master energy is not to wrestle it into submission, but to understand its flow and to direct it as naturally as a river is guided by its banks. Think of a time when you felt completely alive. Your body alert, your emotions vibrant, your mind sharp. That wasn't random. That was your energy flowing freely, unobstructed. Now think of the opposite. Days when you felt heavy, stuck, unmotivated. That too was energy, but blocked, stagnant, cut off from its natural rhythm. If you can feel the difference, you can begin to learn how to shift it. Energy is not separate from you, it is you. Every thought sends ripples through it, every breath stirs it, every emotion colors it. The question is not whether you have energy, but whether you will wake up to it, whether you will learn to use it consciously instead of unconsciously. For when you do, you move from being a passenger of life to becoming the driver of your own destiny. This is where our practice begins. To step into energy control, we first awaken awareness. Awareness of the body, the vehicle through which energy flows. Awareness of the breath, the bridge between the seen and unseen. Awareness of the mind, the brush that paints with emotions and thoughts onto the canvas of the universe. And awareness of intention, the seed from which every act of creation grows. Take a simple practice. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and bring your attention to the soles of your feet. Slowly, like the rising of the sun, move that attention upward through your legs, your abdomen, your chest, your neck, until you reach the crown of your head. As your awareness passes, imagine each part of your body waking up, glowing faintly, alive with a subtle current of energy. This is not imagination, it is perception. The more you do this, the more you begin to feel the tingling, the warmth, the undeniable presence of something alive moving within you. It is here, in this quiet observation, that the first spark of mastery ignites. And from this spark, we begin to build the fire. Breath is the most direct gateway into energy. Every inhale is not just air filling your lungs, it is life force entering your body. Every exhale is not just carbon dioxide leaving, it is the release of tension, stagnation, and heaviness. When you breathe without awareness, you survive. When you breathe with awareness, you awaken. Think of breath as a conversation between you and the universe. Each inhale says, I receive. Each exhale replies, I let go. When this dialogue is shallow and rushed, your energy mirrors it, scattered, fragile, restless. But when your breath deepens, slows, and becomes intentional, energy begins to align. The nervous system calms, the mind grows steady, and the subtle currents within you flow with clarity. Try this. Place one hand on your abdomen and one on your chest. As you breathe in, allow only your belly to rise while your chest stays still. As you exhale, feel your abdomen gently contract. This is called conscious abdominal breathing. It may seem simple, almost too simple, but it is one of the most powerful ways to reset your energy field. Do this for 10 slow breaths twice a day and you'll begin to feel something shift. The fog lifts, the body softens, and the mind becomes a little more spacious. In the traditions of Qigong, this type of breathing is said to awaken the lower dantian, the energy center below the navel, often called the body's powerhouse. In Indian yoga, similar practices of pranayama describe the breath as the bridge that connects the physical body with the subtle body. Different cultures, different maps, but the destination is the same: to harness breath as the steering wheel of your energy. But breath is only the beginning. Once you can sense the current within, you can start to direct it. Place your palms a few inches apart, facing each other, and close your eyes. Inhale deeply, hold for a few seconds, and as you exhale, imagine warmth radiating into your hands. Do this again and again. Within minutes, many people feel a gentle tingling, a magnetic pull, or a warmth between the palms. That is your vital force becoming tangible. What was once abstract becomes something you can feel directly. With practice, that sensation grows stronger, like flexing a muscle you didn't know you had. Energy is not neutral, it is shaped by your emotions. Joy makes it expansive. Gratitude makes it luminous. Anger tightens it. Fear freezes it. Every emotional state is not just in your head. It is an energetic signature that ripples through your entire being. This is why emotional mastery is not about suppression, but transformation. To master your energy, you must learn the dance of your emotions, because they are the colors with which your mind paints reality. Consider this. When you are joyful, your body feels light, your thoughts open, and opportunities seem to flow. That is your energy vibrating coherently. When you are consumed by fear or resentment, everything contracts. The body tightens, the mind narrows, and your ability to act effectively is diminished. Ancient masters understood this well. In Chinese medicine, anger is said to disturb the liver, fear weakens the kidneys, sadness burdens the lungs. In Western mystical traditions, negative emotions are described as energy leaks that scatter your power. In both East and West, the message is the same. To shape reality, you must first shape the emotional current within you. But how? Not by forcing positivity, not by pretending you don't feel pain. Instead, the key is awareness. When anger arises, don't drown in it. Observe it. Feel where it lives in your body. Notice the heat in the chest, the pressure in the head, By bringing your awareness to it, you begin to transform it. Energy responds to attention. What you observe without resistance begins to shift. Slowly, the raw fire of anger can be refined into clarity and determination. Fear, when faced, can become caution and wisdom. Sadness, when honored, becomes compassion. This is the alchemy of emotions, turning lead into gold, transforming raw currents into refined fuel for your spirit. At the core of all energy work lies intention. Intention is more than a wish. It is not the fleeting "I want" of the ego. It is a clear command spoken from the depth of the soul, vibrating with certainty. Intention is the seed of creation. Concentration is the sunlight that allows that seed to grow. Without clarity of intention, the energy disperses. Without concentration, the current weakens. But when intention and concentration unite, energy becomes a laser, precise and unstoppable. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what do you truly intend? Not what you think you should want, not what society has told you to desire, but what your inner compass is pointing toward. Is it healing, transformation, freedom, awakening? Hold that intention in your mind and heart and notice how your body responds. You may feel a subtle vibration, a sense of alignment, as if the very cells of your body are listening. This is the first step of manifestation, not action, but resonance. From here, concentration becomes your greatest ally. In our distracted world, the ability to hold your mind steady on one point is rare, yet it is the foundation of power. Meditation is not just relaxation. It is training the mind to focus, to gather the scattered currents of thought into a single powerful stream. When you can do this, you discover that energy is not only something you sense, it is something you direct. The ancients practiced techniques like alternate nostril breathing or nadi shodhana, not merely as relaxation, but as a way of balancing the flow of energy in the body and the brain. One channel represents the sun, active and fiery. The other, the moon, calm and receptive. To balance them is to balance yourself, harmonizing the masculine and feminine forces within. Sit comfortably. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left, then close the left, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Continue in this rhythm slowly and deeply. As you do, notice how your mind becomes clear, how your emotions soften, how your body finds equilibrium. This is not just breath, it is energy alignment in its purest form. Each practice is like learning a new language, the language of your own life force. With every breath, every intention, every act of awareness, you are learning to speak to the universe in the only language it truly understands: vibration. And as you grow fluent, reality itself begins to respond. To truly grasp the path of energy control, you must see yourself not as a fragment separated from the world, but as part of a vast, living network. Imagine rivers flowing across the earth, carrying water that nourishes fields and forests. Now imagine a blockage in one of those rivers: stagnation, decay, imbalance. The human body is no different. Energy flows through channels, often called meridians in Eastern traditions, and when that flow is clear, health, clarity, and vitality arise naturally. But when blocked, confusion, fatigue, and illness begin to appear. This is not a metaphor. It is a direct truth that you can experience through practice. Energy flows through 12 primary channels, each tied to a vital organ: your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your liver, and through additional extraordinary channels that store and regulate life force. When they flow freely, you feel in harmony not only within yourself but with the world around you. When they stagnate, the body suffers and the spirit dims. To learn energy control is to become the caretaker of these rivers, to ensure that the currents of life keep moving, vibrant and alive. But energy does not move only in the body. It is constantly responding to the mind. The mind is the master key, the conductor of the invisible orchestra. Thoughts are not empty. They are frequencies. Every intention, every visualization, every belief shapes the way energy flows. This is why discipline of the mind is essential. Without it, energy scatters like wind in a storm. With it, energy becomes focused, sharp, and creative. Pause for a moment and reflect on your inner landscape. How often does your mind drift without anchor, pulled by endless streams of distraction? Every wandering thought, every unchecked emotion, every unconscious reaction consumes energy. But when you bring awareness inward, when you focus with precision, your energy begins to gather. You become a magnet, drawing universal currents into alignment with your will. This is why meditation, in its essence, is not an escape from life. It is training for mastery of life. Start with something simple. Choose a single point of focus, perhaps your breath, a candle flame, or even the beating of your heart. Each time the mind drifts, gently bring it back. At first it feels impossible, the mind constantly slipping away, but slowly, with patience, you begin to notice a shift. The noise fades, the focus sharpens, and in that stillness, energy gathers like water behind a dam, waiting to be released with power. The truth is, energy responds to clarity. A vague wish produces vague results. A distracted mind creates scattered manifestations, but a clear intention held with steady concentration is like a seed placed in fertile soil, watered with care and given sunlight. It will grow. It must grow. The universe has no choice but to respond to such coherence. Now imagine combining awareness of your body, mastery of your breath, discipline of your emotions, and clarity of your intention. Each element strengthens the others. Awareness grounds you, breath fuels you. Emotion colors and amplifies the current, intention gives it direction. This is the formula of energy control, the alchemy of turning invisible force into tangible reality. And yet, beyond the mechanics, there is something deeper. The mystery of connection. For when you truly begin to feel your energy, you realize it is not only yours. The life force flowing in you is the same force flowing through the trees, the oceans, the stars. What you command within yourself echoes through the cosmos. To align with this current is to step into harmony with existence itself. To misuse it is to create discord not only in your life but in the greater web of being. This is why energy control is not merely a skill, it is a responsibility. With every thought you shape, with every emotion you cultivate, with every intention you project, you are influencing the field around you. You are never isolated. The ripple of your vibration touches the collective ocean of humanity. When you radiate clarity, love, and strength, the world shifts. When you radiate fear, anger, or despair, the world absorbs that too. This is the hidden truth. You are always shaping reality, whether you realize it or not. The question is whether you will do it consciously. Take this awareness into your daily life. The way you walk, the way you breathe, the way you speak, all of it is energy in motion. Every interaction is an exchange, not just of words or gestures, but of currents. Have you ever entered a room where tension was thick even before anyone spoke? Or met someone whose presence alone lifted your spirit? That is energy. And as you learn to master your own, you begin to influence the unseen atmosphere around you. This is not about control in the sense of dominance, but about presence. True mastery is subtle. It is the quiet strength of someone whose energy is coherent, balanced, and aligned. It does not need to shout. It does not need to force. It simply radiates, and in that radiance, others feel something shift within themselves. This is the power of one who has learned to align with the current of life. But do not mistake this path as something grand or unattainable. It begins with small, Humble steps, 10 minutes of breath awareness, a few moments of daily body scanning, a quiet observation of your emotions, a clear intention set at the start of the day. Each step builds upon the last. Over time, these practices carve new pathways in your mind, awaken new sensations in your body, and transform the way you interact with the world. And as the current grows stronger, you will notice something astonishing. Reality itself begins to bend. Circumstances shift, opportunities appear, synchronicities align. This is not magic in the fantastical sense. It is simply the natural law of energy responding to consciousness. You are the sculptor and life is the clay. With every thought, every breath, every choice, you shape it. The journey of energy control is ultimately the journey of remembering who you are, not a powerless being adrift in chaos, but a conscious creator capable of aligning with the infinite force that flows through all things. This is the compass within you, pointing always toward awakening, toward freedom, toward creation. Follow it, and you will not only change your life, you will change the world. As your awareness deepens, you begin to realize that energy is not only the foundation of health or personal power. It is the very substance of creation itself. Every tradition that has endured through time whispers the same truth in different words. Thought becomes reality. Vibration becomes form. Inner intention reshapes outer circumstances. This is not superstition. It is alignment with the laws that have always governed the universe. When you place a clear intention in your heart and mind, you do more than imagine. You issue a command to the field of energy that surrounds and permeates everything. The body feels it. The mind organizes around it. And slowly, reality bends to it. This is why your inner state matters more than anything else, because the outer world is in many ways a reflection of it. But this is not a license for wishful thinking. Intention without discipline is like a seed thrown on barren soil. It withers. The work of energy control is to cultivate the soil of the mind and the spirit, to water it with awareness, to protect it with concentration, and to let it grow with patience. Real transformation is not instant. It is gradual, steady, inevitable, like the rising of the sun. Breathing practices, visualizations, meditations, these are not rituals to escape life, but tools to re-enter it with clarity. Each conscious breath is an act of power. Each moment of awareness is a spark of creation. Each intention held with sincerity is a thread weaving itself into the fabric of reality. Over time, you begin to feel it. Life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Energy itself carries no morality. It is not good or evil. It simply obeys the quality of your intention. Fire can warm or destroy. Water can nourish or drown. The same is true of energy. This is why awareness and responsibility are inseparable from mastery. You must ask yourself constantly, what am I creating with the energy I hold? Am I shaping harmony or discord? Am I radiating clarity or confusion? This path will challenge you. You will face resistance, not from the universe, but from the old patterns within yourself. Habits of distraction, emotions you have buried, beliefs you have inherited. As you awaken energy, these patterns surface, demanding to be faced. Do not fear them. This is not a sign of failure. It is proof that transformation is happening. When old shadows arise, they are asking for light. Your awareness is that light. Your breath is that light. Your intention is that light. Step by step, you will notice changes. The body becomes more vibrant, the mind less chaotic, emotions more balanced. You begin to sense connections you once overlooked. The rhythm of your heartbeat aligning with the rhythm of the earth. The breath of your lungs echoing the breath of the wind. Synchronicities appear, moments when life seems to conspire in your favor, when the outer world mirrors your inner state with uncanny precision. This is not coincidence, it is coherence. It is the universe responding to the vibration you emit. And yet, the greatest gift of energy control is not external power, but inner freedom. Freedom from being tossed by every wave of emotion. Freedom from the tyranny of restless thoughts. Freedom from the illusion that you are separate from life. In that freedom, something profound emerges: peace. A peace that does not depend on circumstances, but radiates from the core of your being. A peace that allows you to act with clarity, to create with purpose, and to live with authenticity. This is the path of the conscious creator. Not someone who bends reality through force, but someone who aligns with it through awareness. Not someone who seeks control over others, but someone who masters themselves. Not someone who escapes the world, but someone who enters it fully awake, carrying the quiet power of presence. If you follow this path, you will discover that you are far more than a passive observer of life. You are a participant in its unfolding, a co-creator with the very forces that shape the cosmos. Your energy is your signature, your contribution, your gift to the whole. And as you refine it, as you align it, you not only transform yourself, you become a beacon for others. Because here lies the final truth. Energy is contagious. Your clarity awakens clarity in others. Your calm brings calm to those around you. Your love ripples outward, often in ways you may never see. By mastering your energy, you do not only change your own destiny, you alter the field of possibility for everyone you touch. So begin where you are. Do not wait for the perfect moment, the perfect teacher, the perfect environment. The path is here now, in your next breath, in your next choice, in your next thought. Scan your body, breathe with awareness, observe your emotions, set your intention. These are the first steps, and in truth they are also the last, because mastery is nothing more than perfecting the basics over and over until they become who you are. Remember, the energy you seek is not outside you. It has always been within you, waiting to be noticed, waiting to be awakened, waiting to be directed with wisdom. You are not a victim of life's currents. You are the river, the flow, the force itself. The Etheric Compass has pointed you here not to give you power, but to remind you of the power you already carry. So breathe deeply, stand tall, set your intention with clarity, and step forward, not as someone who hopes, but as someone who knows. You are the conscious creator of your reality. The journey has only begun.